This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Oh my god. Sound good?
Strom Thurmond did a 25-bit cheer to bring up PewDiePie. Oh boy. You guys know I always love to talk about PewDiePie. I mean, at this point, he's just the biggest role model for all of us. Anyone who wants to play video games on the internet, if we all just were a little bit more like PewDiePie, the world would just be a better place, man. I mean, seriously.
Oh my god.
So let me read his comment. Let's see what he has to say here. PewDiePie said the N-word by accident. No, it wasn't by accident, by the way. It most certainly was not. If you watch the clip, you'll realize it's not by accident. But anyway, PewDiePie said the N-word by accident on his stream, and now the dev for Firewatch said he's going to DMCA PewDiePie's Firewatch playthrough, even though PewDiePie hasn't played that game in over a year. Alright, folks. Here's my honest thoughts, and I'm going to make them short and sweet. I do not support PewDiePie. I think that PewDiePie is what we call a happy accident. He's a joker on the internet
who purposely overacted like a clown on webcam
during horror games to make himself popular. He watched people like me, yes, ladies and gentlemen, like me. It's well documented in his viewing history and the videos he's liked and commented on that he watched my stuff before he ever started making videos for YouTube. I predate PewDiePie, and I hate to say it, in a lot of ways, I think I kind of inspired him to make videos, which kind of makes me feel bad when you find out what he has done, you know, with what he's become, being the biggest YouTuber ever. And the fucking guy just keeps making mistakes. It's quite obvious at this point that this is just a guy who has no kind of maturity or self-responsibility or even self-awareness in his own head. He just does whatever he wants. At this point, he's got fuck you money. I mean, he makes millions upon millions of dollars every year. Why does he care what he says or does on the internet, right? It doesn't matter. If he got banned from YouTube and Twitch and everything, he could roll in dough for the rest of his life on what he's already made. Why the fuck does he care? Right? Why the fuck would he even give a shit? So, for him, he goes on stream and he says the N-word. I don't care. He goes and he pays kids in India to hold up a sign that says, kill the Jews. Why would he care? He is immune to anything. I mean, the problem is, people look at him as the poster boy for YouTube gaming and people who play YouTube games. Why? I have to ask this. Why? Just because he has the most subs, just because he has the most views, and just because he makes the most money, doesn't mean he's the best.
It just means the most brain-dead fucking idiots on Earth who don't understand what the fuck they're watching, watch him because he's popular.
Remember when Fred was the biggest guy on YouTube? Many of you probably don't even know who Fred is, alright? Allow me to explain. Fred was a guy who auto-tuned his voice to be incredibly high-pitched. He ran around dressed like a kid, acting like a kid, doing stupid G-rated comedy skits, alright? He was the most subscribed and viewed on YouTube for a period of time. Are you going to tell me that this was the best thing on YouTube and that we should have all held up our, like, respect and said we all should strive to be like Fred? No! Of course not. But for some reason, there's this really weird misconception that because someone is popular on YouTube that they're a role model or something. They're not. PewDiePie is a flash-in-the-pan fucking complete oddity, you know? And it's funny because there are people who came after him who blatantly copied him and still got popular.
Because people are so fucking stupid, they don't understand when someone's a blatant carbon copy of someone else.
But I digress.
The viewers on YouTube, in a lot of cases, are fucking brain-dead idiots.
They'll watch anything that they think is popular, alright? That's why PewDiePie's popular. Because he acted like a girl, a little ninny c on camera when he was playing horror games, and he got super popular because of that. Not because he's an idol who we should all look up to and he has morals and values. No, he's an idiot. He made his living being a fucking idiot, and now he's a millionaire because he's an idiot and idiots watch him. It's that fucking simple. Like,
what the fuck? Why do people think that anything PewDiePie related is any more, like, important or anything more than that? It's not.
That's the bottom line, folks. So I hear, oh, PewDiePie said a racial slur. And so what? Why the fuck does this matter?
If people would just realize at this point that if you watch his stuff, you are a fucking moron, he would go away.
And we wouldn't have to worry about this shit anymore. The problem is morons keep watching. Seriously, like, how dumb can you be? At this point, he's done so many things to prove that he's not self-aware, that he just does whatever the fuck he wants and he doesn't care about what you say about him or anything like that, okay? Seriously, like, get over it. Now, let's be honest. Let's talk about the other half of it. So, a game developer of Firewatch, if you remember, that is the walking simulator game where you're in a national park and you're doing investigations. You think that there's some mysterious stuff going on at the national park or whatever. Have basically said they are so abhorred by what PewDiePie has done that they're going to DMCA take down his playthrough of Firewatch. They don't want to be associated with him at all, whatsoever, and therefore they're just going to do this, alright? Alright, allow me to explain something here, folks. This is blatantly fucking wrong, alright? It is. It's 1,000,000% wrong. And allow me to explain why. Because game developers should not be able to just pick and fucking choose who they think is legally protected to do a Let's Play of their game and who isn't. Alright? That's not right at all. This should be abound and have a guideline by law. Not by, oh, well, I like this gamer, so I'm going to allow them to play my game and not DMCA take down them on YouTube. But I really don't like this one, therefore I'm going to DMCA take down this one. That's not how it works. Alright? That's not how it works at all. Alright? At all. The way it works is, it should be abound by law. Is it fair use or not? Is it, protected as a transformative work under fair use law, or is it not? So regardless of the fact of if PewDiePie says the N-word and says all this stuff, and, no, it should not allow another game developer who has nothing to do with the fact that this person said an N-word on a gaming stream that has nothing to do with their game to take down his game with DMCA takedowns.
That's preposterous. Alright? That's absolutely preposterous.
I've never heard anything so fucking ridiculous in my life. Right? We have to be fair here. You may not like PewDiePie, but let's face it, game developers have massively benefited by PewDiePie. For how long? Because he plays their games.
And the brain-dead idiots that watch his garbage content go out and buy the games. Right?
So, they're already profiting off of it. Now, because it's been exposed that this guy has some racial issues in his head and he doesn't give a fuck about what he says or does, now we're gonna just abuse the system and take down playthroughs that you've already made money on? No! That's not how it fucking works. Alright? That's not how it works at all. And legally, it won't hold a candle. It won't. Because it's this simple. Either Let's Plays are legal or they're not. So if they're not legal, then no one can do them. If they're legal, then everyone can do them. You can't cherry pick a person to take down. That's not how it works. That's not how U.S. copyright law or fair use law works. And this game developer, whoever the fuck he is, who decided to do this and publicly state he's going to do this, just made himself the laughingstock for U.S. law. Like, he just proved he's a complete idiot. You can't do that. That is 1,000,000% wrong. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm not gonna...
Listen, I don't like PewDiePie.
I don't like PewDiePie. I've never liked him, alright? But, I tell you right now, what this game developer is doing is stone-faced wrong. You can't do it. It's morally wrong, and it's legally wrong. So that being said, you want the real answer about my feelings, people should stop watching PewDiePie. People should stop believing that PewDiePie is some kind of a great gamer. He's not. If you watch him to make fun of him as a clown, well, guess what? That's what he was originally made famous for on the internet to begin with. Over the years, he tried to evolve himself into other stuff, and as he does that, that's how he gets into hot water. So at this point, let's be real here, alright? He is not an idol. Even though he's the most popular YouTuber, it's for the worst possible fucking reasons. Not because people look up to him as a respected person who, his opinions and the things that he does should be held up in the highest regard as how a YouTuber should behave. It's quite the opposite, And people need to fucking pull the wool off their eyes and realize what he is for what he is. Because every time that he says something stupid, I don't want it to be front page news. It's not.
The guy is an anomaly. The guy is a fucking, one-time thing.
And no one should give a shit. This is so stupid. Who cares what he says or does? No one should care. Nobody. And therefore, a game dev going out of their way to literally break the law by only filing a DMCA claim against one person is also a laughingstock. It's ridiculous. It's like, what a fucking... can you expose more of the most immature people on the planet with these situations? Here you go. You want to know who doesn't know how to be professional? PewDiePie and the game developer of Firewatch. But you've both been exposed. Unreal. Sick. What a name. Did a 100-bit cheer. He said, didn't you admit that you used to watch James the Nintendo Nerd and essentially tried to copy his style?
No. Wrong. That's not what I did.
I said, I watched James Nintendo Nerd. James, well, he's actually the angry video game nerd, by the way. And I said, I was inspired to look at someone who had no budget, who obviously had some talent in being entertaining and portraying a character, but basically just loved video games and wanted to make fun videos about them. And I was inspired to say, gee, I could probably make video game related videos too. What I went on to do was nothing like what the Angry Video Game Nerd does. I don't do angry game reviews. I don't completely destroy games. I play games live on the fly and do reactionary commentary. I don't copy anything that he does at all.
You are an idiot. So congratulations, thanks for the 100-bit cheer. You are a moron.
You literally have gone back to, I'm not even kidding you, 2008 when I started posting gameplay videos on YouTube. At that point, anyone, literally anyone who posted a gameplay video on YouTube, people would leave nasty comments on the videos and say, you copied the AVGN. And it'd be like, what? I'm doing a long-form playthrough of this game with live commentary and jokes, right? And you're telling me I'm doing what he does edited videos, you know, minimal gameplay of games and comments and basically rips them a new asshole. That's what he does, scripted.
How can you say it's the same thing? You're stupid as fuck.
People are just continuously going to be this stupid, though, so whatever.
I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.